structures.
Yeah.
So before it was Lycan, now that Sniper's popular, he's a pretty common pickup. I know Summer's Rift used it not too long ago, just to pew pew at the tombstone without getting owned.
Yeah.
And he's probably the only hero that can do that. I mean, yeah, you can get like wolves and like visage familiars and stuff like that, but Sniper into the late game, he can just own those, and you can also punish Pugna for walking up and sieging your towers. So I like the Sniper pickup here. On top of that, they have the Shadow Shaman wards, which also need plinking away.
That's true. I mean, and it is obviously worth mentioning the Pugna ward as well. Somebody you're able to scout with the shrapnel from the tree line and take out as well. I'm liking the Sniper pickup here, indeed. And,
yeah, I actually think it's pretty good here.
It's, I mean, kind of at the patch at the moment, there's not a lot of times we do see Sniper, and arguably it's a lot situational than the pick was earlier on. But, well, final bans from both sides. Yellow Submarine taking away the Ursa, interestingly enough, and HellRaisers, they remove the AA, so obviously a very kind of good anti-push hero. And now HellRaisers with this final pick, if it is going to be kind of this aggressive dual lane, we're kind of still looking for that position 1 hero for HellRaisers by the looks of it. Or, I mean, how do you think they are going to lane this? Or is it just going to be Pugna in the position 1 farming with the Shaman? Or do you think they will do it aggressive against
I think it's going to do Undying Pugna off lane just because it's what they did last time, and then Puck mid and Shadow Shaman safe. I guess they can switch things up. We'll see once they pick the heroes, but yeah, I like both teams' drafts.
Okay, Storm Spirit's been picked up. Obviously, if he gets the early game start very nicely and the ball rolling, when he's zipping about, he can be a bit of an issue for these squishy heroes like the Sniper. But final pick here for the side of Yellow Submarine. They are still looking for what I'd imagine to be their second support. I guess we are anticipating it's going to be a core Leshrac. I mean, I guess with the Venge setup stun, it could very well also be a support Leshrac. I mean, looking at the draw so far, do you think they're going to have a preference to which position it's going to be?
I like core Leshrac a lot more, just because you completely, like, you might as well pick like a Lina or something, I would say, if you want, because she's all range, right? And she has exceptionally long attack range. But if you want to pick a core that does that sort of damage, you want to utilize Pulse Nova. Pulse Nova is useless on a support because you can't walk in. And he just takes so much mana to upkeep. And if it's a support, you're going to be buying wards and stuff, and you won't have any HP to deal with the Pugna ward. So you won't even be able to cast all your spells without dying.
Okay, here we go with the final 30 seconds for the side of Yellow Submarine. I'm trying to. I think it is in fact Miposhka who plays the Sniper. So I do want to say that it's going to be. Oh, safe. Oh, yeah. Okay, no, it's going to be Miposhka Huskar. So Huskar, the final pick. I guess physical damage-wise from the side of HellRaisers, it isn't that high. So Huskar, are you liking it here?
It's interesting. I definitely didn't expect that. And I mean, what are their other options though? If they wanted to go to core Leshrac and they go for lockdown on the Storm, like let's say a Disruptor or a Lion, let's say, they would have been owned by the Pugna ward. Huskar somewhat gets countered by Decrepify, which is why I don't necessarily like him here.
Yeah,
he jumps in and then he decrepifies, but I don't actually like. They're not going to be able to Berserker's Blood, but still, like, he can't right-click people. And generally, you don't want to go BKB on Huskar until like your 3rd or 4th item if you need it. So, I don't know. There aren't that many good jump targets either. I think you don't really want to go on Undying. If you jump on Rasta, he will just hex you. Storm can zip. Pugna can decrep and life drain, and Puck and phase shift. So I think he's just going to get kited nonstop, even with the help of Vengeful Spirit and Surge. But it's unusual. It can definitely win the lanes though. So I think that's a good strength of the hero that will be utilized by Yellow Submarine.
And here we go, straight from the off. Yellow Submarine ready to enter into this second game of the 2-game series here at the TI.
They're so much faster. Like, they're already at the small camp and they're just at the T2 on HellRaisers. So again, their teamwork, their chemistry is incredible.
Correct. He needs to be careful about coming anywhere too close. And PSM's going to have to smoke the spell. He's trying to find the range for that magic missile, but it's not great enough to be able to find some positive action for the side of Yellow Submarine here. And they won't find anything, but they did indeed manage to get the ward down. Goretz, he needs to be careful. Oh, with the cheeky little leap through there of the tree line. PSM's going to look for the body blocks now, and with the firing spears coming out, the stun from Leshrac as well. Goretz goes down, and Yellow Submarine with a very cheeky reach around there.
Yeah, again, this team just makes plays that normal teams don't. No. They even stick around with 3 to make the Shadow Shaman feel like he's safe, because he wants to be able to scout out where the wards are so he can pull and get some levels, get level 6, push down towers, right? And that's a standard play. But Yellow Submarine, they wrap around with 2 heroes, and it wasn't even the Lesh. If there's no Lesh, you're probably a little bit more scared, but since Lesh is there and Venge isn't, you're like, okay, whatever, it's not that big of a deal. But they wrap around. Vengeful Spirit had the sick block after the stun so that they could follow it with a splitter. I mean, I'm just constantly amazed by this Yellow Submarine team.
This is very nice indeed. Lane-wise, so how are we seeing the lanes match up? It's going to be Sniper versus Puck in the mid. Top lane at the moment is going to be Pugner on his own. He will be dealing with the Darkseer, and Yellow Submarine opting to run this one aggressive directly against the tri-lane of HellRaisers. I mean, lane-wise, who's coming out on top in your opinion, Malini?
Storm will not be able to farm very well in this lane, especially since Rasa, I think, is actually really weak in tri-lane.
Okay.
Because you can just focus him down and he doesn't offer anything. Whereas, because you have to sit there and channel your spell, and Hex is pretty useless at level 1, at least in a try-on-try situation, and Ether Shock only hits one target. So I think that Yellow Submarine has a better matchup. Let's see, mid lane, Sniper should be able to farm. That's kind of a wash, as are most mid lanes. And in the safe lane, Darkseer versus Pugna. I mean, Darkseer can utilize the jungle a lot better, but if he does, Pugna will push out the lane, and you can't really creep skip, which you can normally on a Darkseer off lane. I think if it were an off lane, Darkseer would have a big advantage, but since it's in the safe lane, contrary to what you would think for it being the safe lane, I think that it's kind of a wash.
I mean, we've seen Aposhka here playing incredibly aggressive, trying to get those hits in here with the spears. Mid lane in terms of CS is 4-6 on your Puck at the moment, and 4-3 on Barash. And Barash taking heavy harassment here with the creeps diving in as well. HellRaisers will follow through, get a few right clicks down, bringing Barash down. Was that his final time? No, got some more tangos. He's at A-OK at the moment.
I remember talking to someone about Huskar, and they said that.
Oh, bottom lane. Fervin's got to be careful, and so is the Huskar. They've lost one. They're going to lose two here. They did bring down the Shadow Shaman, but. Well, I mean, this is, you were saying about the weakness of a Shaman in a tri-lane, but I guess for the side of HellRaisers, they've got the Undying, and he is someone who just, he thrives on a tri-lane situation.
Yeah, I mean, Decay just owns Huskar. If you're at like 80 HP, normally you can just do a ton of damage before you die, but boom, one Decay, you're dead.
Indeed, it's going to be interesting to see how these pan out. 2-2 at the moment, 2.5 minutes into this game. I mean, I certainly feel that with the Huskar and the Sniper, as kind of late game goes, HellRaisers aren't going to be in the best of position if it ever gets to that point, surely.
They still don't have a good way to deal with the Storm, though.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. So, yeah, I definitely think that Yellow Submarine scales way better, but they need farm on both those heroes, whereas a farm Storm can't kind of control the game. And they do have a lot of ways to deal with the Huskar, with like the Tombstone, the defensive Decrepify, all their defensive cooldowns, as well as just Decay taking away strength, which is really strong versus a hero like Huskar.
Absolutely. And top lane, the farm-wise, it's pretty even, I guess, in this kind of situation. Both heroes being able to find something. And interestingly enough, they've sent Fervian up here on the Leshrac, so Yellow Submarine turning into a 2-1-2 situation. Is this the best move from them here?
Well, I mean, after giving up 2 kills that early and getting their ward dewarded, or sorry, not having the spawn block, I think it is the right decision, because they can't really contest the camp, because if 1 or 2 supports go, they just get shackled and owned. And if, you know, all 3 of them leave, Storm just free farms the lane. So it's not a great position for them. And ideally, they would want to keep this Shadow Shaman in check, and I think there's an engage on bottom.
Well, let's have a look. We're seeing the side of HellRaisers trying to go in aggressive, and it's going to pay off. They'll be able to find the kill onto Huskar, and indeed this, well, initial bottom lane here for the side of Yellow Submarine slowly falling apart. Top lane, we're going to see the try going on to Dread. He's popped down the ward. He's trying to turn this one around with a blast, and indeed still alive here. Think he's going to be okay as well. Dale thinking about seeing it down. The Lightning Storm bounces do come through. They will find the kill. Soul Rip from Goddamn, bringing Dale incredibly low. He won't be able to chase it down to get the return kill, as Dale's able to bottle himself up here in this lane. But very close engagement between the side. But of course, Yellow Submarine's managing to just bring down the Druid Pugna.
Yeah, Yellow Submarine does not like to sack lanes, though. They want even to good matchups in all the lanes, and unfortunately this one, like if they're outnumbered, Shackle is really strong, because you can just shackle the Venge and then they can't interrupt it. So having a numbers disadvantage in Yellow Submarine's offlane is certainly going to hurt them, and they need to get out out of the top lane, which, I mean, killing the Pugna is really big there.
So he's still in the middle lane. HellRaisers, he's still having a slightly better time than Barash here in this mid lane. I mean, as a Puck against a Sniper, is this expected, or is HellRaisers just outplaying the Sniper at this point?
I mean, Sniper's pretty weak after the nerf. So
this is smart. No, it's not. He goes down. The Soul Rip was enough to bring down the Sniper. They also lost the Venge here on the bottom lane. Yellow Submarine, they've got to be careful how much they give it away here. Goretzky trying to find the final right click onto Miposhka. Isn't going to be able to find it. Fervian bringing this Shaman low. Will find the kill now. Artez trying to find a trade onto Lesh. And Miposhka's ready to go back in. Artez will just turn around and say thanks for the kill as he takes down the Huskar. And now Artez, he's just going to run away from this one. He's looking for the stun in the Lesh rack, but it's going to be off point. And Artez, he's going to be okay for the timing, trying to juke this one around the tree line. The jukes are certainly real. PSM coming in with a wave of terror. Fervian's going to need a couple of right clicks to bring this one down. There's one. I'll make that even more with the Tango regeneration. Storm Spirit's going to be okay. And indeed, the Leshrac won't be able to chase him down here. But I mean, it's not great for Yellow Submarine. The fact that this Huskar is dying a lot 6 minutes into this game.
yeah, he really needs to get high levels of Berserkers, but then he can just tank the Remnant, but he cannot right at this point. I think he has a max Remnant ASAP, and nice sentries by HellRaisers. They did get one of their wards dewarded on the side of Yellow Submarine, but yeah, I mean, this offensive try is pretty much a disaster. Storm is 3-0-1.
Artez is going to be incredibly happy with this start here now, just with the slow on to pass. I'm not going to be able to quite follow this one up. There's going to be a TP coming into this bottom lane as Leshrac ready to rejoin the action here and rejoin the aggression if Yellow Submarine are able to.
Does he have sentries on him? I think they need to protect that ward if they can. Oh no, that's very unfortunate because that Observer ward is just going to die. They can try and protect it all they want, but it's dead.
Goretz indeed able to finish that one off. A Magic Missile did come out to Artez. There's really enough to follow up, and the worrying thing for the side of Yellow Submarine is Artez, of course, very close to hitting that level 6, and once he's got the 6, he's going to be incredibly hard for this lineup to catch out.
Yeah, you can tell that Yellow Submarine's a little bit pressured because they're like, okay, what are we going to do once the Storm hits 6? Then they can just sack the lane, do whatever with their supports. The Sniper kind of getting owned in the mid lane. I'm not sure how it is CS-wise, but he has, what, 25? How many Puck has 35? Yeah, so he's kind of getting owned at this point. And they've lost mid, they've lost bottom. Slightly ahead on top, but definitely not enough to compensate for the other two. So they're trying to make plays, trying to kill Storm, trying to keep him down. But I mean, once Rasta hits 6, once he gets like max Tombstone on Undying, things are going to start hitting the fan for yes.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. When that comes online, I guess HellRaisers will look to just step up the tempo, look to try and take down towers. And when it comes to that point, well, top lane, yeah, they're seeing it starts to get low. Mid lane, in fact, there's going to be Dream Coil straight away. Brashy's going to look to try and TP out again, but god damage there on the Undying. Will be able to find the kill onto this Sniper. And I mean, at this point, Sniper well and truly getting heavily shut down here in the mid lane against Alpha Ninja.
I don't particularly like the Sniper build that he went.
Okay.
He went a 2-3-0 build, which is... you want to be like maximum range at all times, especially if supports are missing off the map.
Ooh, bottom lane trying to go in onto Artez. There's going to be a quick hex from Goretz onto the Huskar. Huskar trying to get turn this one around, but he's going to get shackled up straight away, taking a fair few tower hits. PSM, he's in a lot of trouble. Artez, he's got level 6, will zip forward, finds the kill onto the Vengeful Spirit. They lost the Huskar as well. Goretz will tick down his the burn damage, but again, a 2-for-1 trade favouring the side of HellRaisers, and they're certainly looking to feel a lot more comfortable in game 2 of this series, Ben.
Yeah, Shrapnel is just so underwhelming now, though. I tried playing Sniper after the patch, oh my goodness. Like, the charges take forever, like, the damage is lackluster, and there he goes. So, I mean, they pick him to do damage to the Tombstone, but at this rate, he's not going to be able to do that much damage. And on top of that, you can't really headshot the structures, so it's dubious.
I mean, at this point, goddamn, I was going to say he's putting the extra points here onto Soul Rip because, I mean, at the moment, it's just finding him the kills. You know, every time. He's, ganked the Sniper about 3 times successfully in the mid lane. Every time finding himself a kill. And
yeah, I like how he saved his skill point. When he was level 1, when he was level 2, he saved his skill point. And when you just need to get a kill on a hero that's TPing, you just need as much burst as possible. You don't care about cooldown.
No.
And Decay does like minimal damage increase from level 1 to 2, and is a nice cooldown reduction. So it's pretty nice that he leveled up Soul Rip. I think it doubles the damage, or doubles the number of targets from 1 to 2, but 18, 10 to 12, okay, they changed it. It used to be 5, 10, 15, 20, but it's still much more burst than DK.
It's top lane, correct. And Artez coming in with Dread as well, smoked up. They'll be able to zip straight in onto Dale, and they do bring down the Darkseid. And Darkseid, of course, arguably the hero on the side of Yellow Submarine that was having the best game so far for the side. He's going to go down, and HellRaisers, they're ready to try and put on the pressure here on the top lane. Shaman there on the sidelines does indeed have the wards. They're not even going to need it for the top tier one, as that will go down to Undying. 11-5 for HellRaisers. They're beginning to get the ball rolling, and I don't know what Yellow Submarine are going to be able to do to stop this at this point.
What's the Blink Dagger status on Alpha? Oh my gosh, he almost has Blink Dagger. They don't have good hard disable, right?
No.
Because they went for the Huskar instead. So he's just a lot of damage on targets that can't really kite. But once Puck gets Blink and once Storm gets his items, which he's well on his way towards doing.
Goddamn, drops the tombstone here. They're looking to fight. Dreamcoil will catch out PSM. He turns around, throws away for Taylor. There's going to be TP coming in from both Huskar and Sniper. But look at Sniper. He has decrypt up. There's going to be the Cirky from Dread. It's not enough to bring him down. The wards will get dropped here by the side of HellRaisers. And well, Huskar, he's trapped up and he's going down. There will be a wall from the side of Yellow Submarine, and they've been able to find 2 kills in return. But again, these are looking a little bit dodgy for the side of Yellow Submarine. It is good for them that they did manage to finish both the Puck and the Pugner off.
That sucks that Wars actually killed the Puck.
HellRaisers, they're finding more. Fervin's going to go down and Solrip once again now. PSM with the TP in and the vacuum and the magic missile. Is enough to bring him down? No, Artez is able to zip himself down to the low ground. Looks to TP out. I think he got Pete, Ben. Brash there with the finishing shot. Very nicely done, but 40-8, and actually, all things said and done, I mean, in that fight, Yellow Submarine, they take down the Storm Spirit, the Pugner, and the Puck, and of course, the Pucker was very close to his Blink Dagger timing as well. They did lose a few themselves, but the way the game was going, that was likely to be the best fight we've seen from Yellow Submarine so far.
Yeah, it was a really good fight.
I mean, here we go again. But Ben, talk. Oh, we're just seeing this again. Ho ho ha ha!
He was out of mana. I mean, he just has
Yeah.
to go for it.
Oh, are we watching it again? What is this? Oh, hello.
Dire's structures are
Wait.
fortified.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Oh, slow motion here. As there we go, Ben. Ben, where does this go wrong for HellRaisers?
The wall drop was really important, and they get a lot of damage onto Dread with the Huskar. And at this point, he has level 3 Berserker's Blood, so he's pretty darn tanky. Without that ward trap, I think it would have been significantly worse of a fight. And the ward actually kills a Puck illusion, and he also orbs and kills his own Puck illusion, so he gets hit 3 times by the wall and just gets over.
Oh, mid lane Darkseid did get taken out. Apologies. For that one missing. Well, HellRaisers looking to take more here, going straight in. Dreamcoil onto 2. This is very nice here from the side of HellRaisers. Artez just zipping straight through Maposhka and Fervin both incredibly low. Fervin will go down Maposhka, trying to put the charge, staying alive, but Afo Ninja with a triple kill says, well, that was a nice little fight you just had there, Yellow Submarine. How about we go back in and take 4 of you down and give you absolutely nothing. We'll also take Katara, and HellRaisers hitting back and hitting hard.
The fight's completely different once Puck gets his Blink Dagger. He had like 2,200 gold when we checked him before the replay, and then now he has 1,200 gold on top of the Blink Dagger. I'm not really sure where that came from, but like Darkseid needs mech and or Blink to start this fight out. He doesn't have his mech yet. Sniper needs anything. He's probably sitting on treads plus some, not good stuff in his inventory, and the items are just coming out left and right. Look at the net worth difference. Puck is almost double Sniper's net worth. Huskar is like half of Pugna's net worth, and
the net worth difference is massive at the moment. Barash is caught up by a waning rift. He will be able to keep himself alive. Puck does have to get himself back out. Doesn't want to stick around for that. Still has this haste rune here. Dale coming in from the sidelines for the secret shot, heading towards the mid lane.
They can just toy with them with the Pugna and with the Puck and the Storm, and just make them play as 5. It's very similar to last game in that Yellow Submarine can't really split up.
I mean, 13.5 minutes as well. The net worth difference coming up to about 8,000, favouring the side of HellRaisers. They're going to be very happy with that lead. There'll be a bit of pressure being applied from Yellow Submarine here in the mid lane. But I think, as you said, the fact that the lineup from HellRaisers is something that, it's a bit kind of old school. It's something that's tried and tested, and we're seeing them use it pretty incredibly.
This is a very dangerous push. If they get caught by Blink Coil into a ward and then there's a Pugna ward drop down, they will lose the fight hard. So they have to be very careful about how they proceed right here. Oh, I think it's coming.
And he got that, trying to get himself in. There's going to be a swap here. PSM bringing himself right into it. That's going to allow Alpha Ninja to get a massive Dream Coil. And now Artez zipping forward. He's looking to clean this one up. That's the one. That's the 2. Yeah. Double kill for Goddamn. Double kill for Dread. There's a full team wipe against the side of Yellow Submarine. They all live in a Yellow Submarine. They didn't like the colour, so they painted it all green. They didn't like that either, so they painted it all red. But that wasn't waterproof, so now they're all dead. HellRaisers take game 2 as GG is called. And Ben, well, Yellow Submarine, they showed a lot of hope, a lot of promise in game one, but HellRaisers, they said, nah.
They know when the game's over, though.
Game
I respect their play because they went for a very low percentage play. But if you're Yellow Submarine, you know going into the fight, we're probably going to lose this fight. Yeah. But they go for it anyways because they know they don't have as good a late game. Pugna has so much more farm. Huskar has nothing, and it was a disastrous play. But again, they play to win, not to not lose, which is why I like Yellow Submarine.
Well, it was a great series. Nonetheless, obviously two very different games. Game 2, HellRaisers, they picked what they were comfortable with. And
Undying owned them.
It was insane. I mean, Undying with his early rotations, he went on an incredible kill streak in the earlier sections of the game. Puck had very respectable play as well. As soon as he got that Blink Dagger on, every fight that the side of Yellow Submarine tried to take, HellRaisers just got a perfect jump in straight away. We saw massive Dream Calls, massive Waning Rifts, and impressive performances from both sides, I think, throughout the series. And I think, arguably, off the back of the games we've seen today, two teams that people should really keep an eye on, and especially Yellow Submarine after their performance so far this in the two series they've had. 3-for-1 at the moment.